welcome back to my channel. Today I have Sammy, my daughter from Sammy Divine, and she is going to be telling us what it is that she's going to be showing us how to make today.
Hi guys! So today I'm going to actually show you how to make face masks. This face mask is, I like to call it a level 3 because it has 3 layers. You could make it a 2-layer if you don't want the filter in it, and a 4-layer if you want a fleece, which is a little bit thicker and a little bit warmer for the colder weathers.
And so right now Sammy is just going to show us the material that we're going to be using for this video, kind of tutorial kind of thing. So she'll be showing us what kind of material she'll be using, the supplies that we'll be using today, and then we'll just take it from there.
So I got some of the materials that we're going to be using today. I like to have a large pair of scissors. You could either cut the fabric with this or with your rotary cutter. You're also going to be using, you could use these little clips that holds the fabrics together. They could be a nuisance sometimes depending on what you like. I also have this the pins to pin down your fabric, your stencil, etc. I got a measuring tape to measure. I'm going to show you the measurements, what you need to measure. Also measures the little straps that we're going to be using to go around the ears. The bobbin, what we're going to need, because we need 2. We're going to be using 2 for regular thread, which is going to be on the outer side because it's softer. We have the invisible thread. This is the invisible thread Fil Invisible. I guess that's French. And then this is for the inside, around like from the nose to the chin, and it's actually strong and you can't see it. And of course we need our cutting mat because we don't want to cut our table or anything else. As for the fabrics, what we're using today is 100% cotton. I like to use a pattern fabric for on the outside, so what people are actually going to see. And I also chose this yellow with this fabric for the inside, only because it matches and it goes well together. Again, 100% cotton. And then when you go to cut, what you're going to do is you're going to take a template that you want. We're going to show you the different patterns that we do have for this. Basically, just put your stencil on here, and then using a pen, just making the line on this side, because this is the side you're going to be sewing on the inside, so you're not going to see it anyway. And what you just go along. I started it off here, and then you see the line, and you just cut around it. This way it doesn't show on the other side. Okay, so once you finish cutting out everything, the 2 outer pieces, you're going to have them face to face. So you're going to sew them this way from the top point to the bottom point, say about ½ an inch from the point down here is where I like to stop. That goes from your nose to the bottom of your chin. And you're going to do that with all your pieces, and then you're going to stick them in with each other. So for the 2-layer, I don't have one made at the moment, but that's what we're going to do today. So the 2-layer is only going to be the front, and 1 layer for the back, like this. Actually, sorry, my mom just gave me a piece. This is what a two-layer mask is for. Like this, with no filter, no fleece, nothing in it. For the 3-layer, you're gonna use the front, a back, and then you're gonna add 1 more layer with the slots on the side, and it's going to look like this. And this is how it looks. Now to add the fleece, I forgot my fleece today, so let's just pretend that these 2 colors are the fleece on the inside. So you're going to have your outer piece, your fleece, the back piece, then the layer that goes for the filter. And this is what it looks like. It looks like the same as the 3rd, but this is a lot thicker and a lot more firm and a lot more warmer.
Okay. See, that's the difference. This is a lot more flimsy.
And whereas this is more, it has more volume to it. So today, we're gonna do a 2-layer, but throughout the video, I'll show you what we would do in order to say we did the 4-layer, the 3-layer, and then the 2-layer. Okay, so when we're adding the fleece to it, this is what I like to do. So you're gonna get your 2 top pieces, and like how I said, you're gonna sew all individually. But for the fleece, we're gonna add the fleece to each side for the top piece. And you're gonna sew all this all together. So you're gonna have 4 pieces together for the fleece part. This is gonna get sewn separately, and this is gonna get sewn separately. Once you do that, this is what you do next. Okay, so say that you have your fleece, your 4 pieces, and you wanna put the fleece part in it. So all this is sewn together, the fleece on the outer, and then your normal pattern on the inside. Once you're done sewing it, you're gonna have the cuts of the triangles. If you can't see it here, then hopefully you can see that on the template. The little triangles where we cut, not too close to the seam because we don't want our seam to cut undone. And the reason why we do the triangles like that, it gives it that nice round rather than a square kind of feel to the masks. So, how we're gonna sew it all at once, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep this as is, pretend the fleece is on the top, so you have your 4 pieces sewn together. You're gonna turn one of the pieces inside out. Now this is gonna be the backing to your normal one. And that's gonna be turned inside out. This green one is actually gonna be the filter part. The filter slot. So what you're going to do with this, in order to get it similar to this, you're actually going to fold this inward like this, and you're going to put the brighter color on the outside as we turned it inside out. We're going to do that on both sides. And in order to get it look like that, remember, this is the solid color on the outside, the brightest color and the brightest color. So in order to get that, we're going to keep these 2 as is, except we're actually going to put this one with the longer pieces on the inside of here. And you're going to line it all up, and you can play around with it and get it all lined up. But remember to keep this in as far as you want. So you would have that filter part there. This part is going to stay the same as is, and pretending to have the fleece there. That's how you get the 4th layer. So this one's going to be inside out. This is going to be the upright and 2 faces facing each other on the inside like this. Once you have it all lined up, say that it is, you're going to start sewing. You're going to open it up, line it all up. You can pin it down, and then you're going to sew from this end all the way across, up to the point, down again, all the way to the end, but you're going to stop here. And you're going to do that for both sides like that. Without sewing the middle, you don't want to sew the middle, you won't be able to turn it inside out. Once that's done, and it's all sewn together, like so, and you have an opening here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to push it all through. Looks like one of those grab bags to go, right? So we're just going to pull them right out like this. This is only a 2-layer one, but you get the same concept. That's what you do for a 2-layer, but I'll show you how we got that with just removing that. You don't have to put the filter part for that one. You could just take that one completely out. This one here has the filter. So we do the exact same thing, but this time when you pull it out, you're actually going to have that filter. See how it's all sewn together? You have that filter, it's already tucked in, and you get that clean seam line like that. Now you have these two ends open. This is where you're going to insert the elastics that go around your ears. So what I like to do is I like to go in on both sides. It's up to you on how long you want it against your face, from your jawline to your ears. But I like to keep it maybe a tad longer away from the actual the part where you insert your filter. This is where these elastics come in handy. So you're going to insert it here in the corner. And I like to make sure that it's straight because you want to put it around your ear. So you're going to insert it like this, as far and as wide of a loop that you want, depending on the stretchiness of your cord. I like to put it like a little bit further in like this. And then you make sure that your seam line is like that. I like to pinch it just to see about where I like to have it. You can see it's a little too close, so I would just adjust that to whatever liking I'd like. And then I'll just sew along the line from here to keep it in place, which then looks like this. Now once you've done both sides like that, you will then sew all around. I like to start from the bottom here in the corner and going all the way around the mask completely. Going over the sides again, going all the way around. This helps it from the mask moving around, especially when you go to wash it, and then if you go to iron it, you're not really like fiddling around trying to like make sure that everything's in place, that it fits on your face properly. Now this is a 3-layer. That's how a 3-layer would look. This is how a 4-layer would look because it has the felt like we showed you in the beginning. And of course the 2-layer what looked like the one that I totally lost now. Oh, right here is the 2-layer. Now in order to get the 2-layer like the one that we're doing today, then you will only be taking your normal fabric. Sorry about that. Your normal fabric. Your other fabric, you want the two sides that you want to be facing. The good sides facing each other. And making sure that they're in there properly. And going ahead sewing, doing the exact same thing as you do for the 3-layer and the 4th layer. One more thing for doing the outer side, I tried using the invisible thread, but I find that it's not as soft as it would be if it was just normal thread, and this is a lot smoother against the face. So this is what we're going to be using on the outside of our masks.
You can go ahead and do. Okay, so now we're going to do the lighter test. Sammy's got the one with just the 2 layers, not the one with the filter or the fleece. So we're going to see how well it goes. No? So I say that's a really, really good mask.
Yeah, and you can tell that there's nothing coming in or going out due to the fact when you hold it against your face, 1, you can still hear yourself. 2, when you breathe and the mask is going in, you know that it's suctioned properly. I don't need a nose piece on there because it fits my face nicely, and yeah, it works pretty well. And it's not so hot.
Yeah, that's true, because I'm claustrophobic and I like the fact that it's not so heavy on my face, and it's just right. It's like having a bandana on over your face, like if you're biking, like riding a bike.
But a lot more stylish.
Yeah, riding the hogs. Yeah, true, a lot more stylish, and you can pick any pattern for making the mask. Like you endless patterns to go by.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that I like about the fleece is you have that extra warmth in the wintertime as well.
Yeah, that's what I like a lot, like especially when the pandemic happened and it was cold.
Yeah.
I right away is like, what would be the perfect thing? My first thought was like, okay, well, we gotta make sure that the micro virus going through like the type of materials and everything. Then they're coming out with a whole bunch of other things. But I found that the fleece was a good fit, and it keeps your face warm. And it was cold out, chilly. It really kept me warm going to work. So.
Yeah, that's really good, and I'm glad that you showed us all how to make these, because now we all can make them without having to worry about the shortage, because there's a big shortage at the beginning there. So not everyone can make them and don't have to worry about not having any material, because you know, this is like material that you have at home, like for your pillowcases and stuff. Like
yeah, if you don't
have
the same material.
So if you don't have like, you know, money to go out and buy, you know, fancy material on that, just get like old sheets. Pillowcases would be the best though.
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Because t-shirts are 100% cotton. Some t-shirts are 100% cotton.
Yeah, because why not? Like, you know, if I have extra material laying around that I ain't gonna use, if I'm gonna save $1,
Why not?
why not? Yeah.
And I mean, like thread, you could get at a dollar store. You could actually thread these by hand too, even.
Yeah, and most of my material that I use is at the dollar store. Even when I do my beading and stuff, it's all like the tools, scissors, cutters, and stuff. You can get all fine very cheap, so you don't have to go to all the expensive places. I'm not gonna say, but all the expensive other places that they're like.
If you're on a tight budget, it's very simple to make and very easy. Things you can find around the house, actually.
Yeah, that's really good. And thank you for coming to my channel to come and show me these lovely masks.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime.
Yeah, and my daughter is thinking of starting her own YouTube channel, which I hope she does.
Yes, I'm going to be doing a little bit of beading, possibly some beauty with the hair, some makeup, and possibly if I'm up to it. Like, I have a full-time job too, so when's the time to actually film and do the editing and everything?
Yeah.
Well, if I can, then yeah, you could see me at Sammy Divine.
Yes, that'd be great. I would definitely subscribe. Number one fan. So thank you for watching my channel. If you do like the video, could you please like and subscribe down below, or even a comment. I've been getting a couple comments lately. So yeah, that would be nice. And stay tuned for my next video. Thanks.
Bye.
Over the hills and far